And welcome back to another episode of Super Smash Secrets. I'm your host, Dark Blues, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a very special character of mine, Kazuya Mishima. One of my favorite characters. Very blessed to have him in this game. A pretty beefy character overall. There's a lot to go over, so this episode we're going to be going over strictly Kazuya, advanced techniques, basic techniques, and difficulty curve up from beginner to expert. Kazuya overall is a very, very fast character. Ground movement overall is very, very, very bursty. He's one of the only characters in the game that actually is allowed to control how far he travels through distance in very small increments. That's what we call the wave dash. This is a key tool to Kazuya's kit. This is out of his wave dash. It's essentially a little stance, so he can access moves like Electric Wind God Fist, which we all know is, the Durian. My favorite. This move, if you've fought against the Kazuya before, you've probably only seen them do this one move. And, for good reason. So that's generally a fear factor that's going to be played into the general matchup. On top of that, he can cancel his wave into a wall. Now, before we go any further, we already did a lot. We were talking about a lot. So let's break it down a little bit. What the heck is a wave? A wave dash, a crouch dash, wherever you come from, if you're a Tekken player, a Smash player, a newcomer, yeah, these tend to sound very confusing. The crouch dash, or officially called in this game, the missed step, is an input where, just like in any other fighting game character in this game, like Ryu has a Shoryuken, which is a forward into down to down forward. So Kazuya has a special movement technique that can be done in the ground, and that's done by doing forward, neutral, down, down, forward, forward, down, down, forward, forward, down, down, forward. So you can keep doing that, and the reason why that becomes so fast is because of the fact that you can cancel the dash. And that starts making things a lot more complex. Now you're just like, whoop, what is he doing? He's just on ice. He's on skates. How are you gonna catch a character like this? And we're not even mentioning the fact that let's turn on invincibility. Hey, let's turn on a freeze frame. Why not? Half my body's invincible here, and that's not even the correct input. Now, if I do the correct input, full body invincible. If anybody's shielding that, they get pushed off, just like in Tekken. And if anybody gets hit by that, well, you already know what happens, right? That's 47, and I didn't even do the right combo. Kazuya will definitely prevail over without using electric. And one of those is this move. See, this crouch jab? This crouch jab is so underused. Super fast. The fist is invincible. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at this one. Look at that. It's a little fist. That little fist right here, can't contest that. I'm doing that on your block. Okay, I'm gonna have to hold that. So I could do stuff like this. Grab you, and that just did 30%. And now you're at the ledge. Now you have to deal with this move, these moves. It's a disaster. There are characters in this game that can angle their moves, but if you angle in any of the 8 gates, Kazuya has a different move when he's standing. And depending on which one you use, has a different result. But I'd say only a few of them are really useful. Not all of them are. You don't have to use every single move. Tekken's one of those games where they just kind of throw every move onto every character. And the deeper you get into the game, the more you start seeing these moves pull deep from just trying to throw your opponent off and really kind of get your opponent conditioned into thinking, oh, he's gonna throw this move out for sure. Yeah, this is definitely coming. How he's moving, how he's setting himself up. He wants to do an electric, and all of a sudden I hit you at a move like this, a dragon uppercut, which is super strong, very, very late in timing. And so, you know, you were waiting for one thing, you got another one, the timing got thrown off, you got hit, you're tilted, you're just stock down versus Kazuya, and we haven't even gotten to the fun stuff. Rage. Now, rage, things change a little bit. In order for you to do... So, a lot of Kazuya's moves for general utility, where he's moving super fast and doing wave dashes, they're all going to be out of the Shoryuken input that we discussed earlier. So if I'm doing a Shoryuken, I'm pressing it the very, very, very exact time I press down forward. This is going to take some practice if you haven't done this one before. Electrics are generally done in... There's leniency in this game. In Tekken, it's 1 frame. In this game, it's 3. So that's one secret for you. When I was trying to get used to this, is that I usually think I'm always pressing A a little too late. So I'll press A as soon as I'm feeling my thumb press down on my stick. So I'll go forward, down, down, forward, right? While I'm doing that, I'll do forward and then down and then press A as I'm motioning down. At least it tricks my brain into pressing it at the exact same time. And that's how I practice it. Once you do that, you just kind of sit there and get a feel for it. Keep doing it in a row. Do it 10 times. Kazuya is a very big practice character. You can't just sit here and be like, hey, yeah, I'm just going to throw in some Kazuya. I can do it. You know, everybody can play Kazuya. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. Go into a bracket and see how good you do. Aside from being a disciplinary character, Kazuya can get away with a lot. Now, one of the fun moves that I love to get away with, this move, Glorious Demon God Fist, love that name, or forward smash. It's stronger than Falcon Punch, believe it or not. It has armor, and it kills earlier than most forward smashes in the game. It might be in contention for the top 5 or top 3 strongest forward smashes in the game. When he fully charges up, the wings come out. I think that's a really nice detail. But this move is very deadly, especially in conjunction with an electric. When you do an electric, your opponent can either... Let's show the lines for this. This is a cool one. So we're gonna have CPU shuffling by a lot. We're gonna go to trajectory guide. And let's get him to about 20%. Now, the thing I love about electric, and the thing that a lot of players fear about electric, is the kill potential. Because at any point in time, as long as you can DI or directionally influence the way that you get launched, you can sometimes escape Kazuya's moves. But unfortunately, it's reactable. So it really doesn't matter where you go. As long as the Kazuya is on point, which is why I was mentioning before, it's a very disciplined character. You can't just sit here willy-nilly. You gotta know how to adjust, know how to adapt. Because at the end of the day, well, the Kazuya is just the extension of how good the player is. And how much the player knows about their character versus the character that they're facing off against. Now, the secret moves. I want to get into some secret moves, some secret combos, some movement tech as well. The first movement tech I want to show off, because this is a Tekken classic, my favorite. When you're doing a wave dash, you can actually crouch if you hold down back. But first, let me teach you guys how to do a very easy version of the wave dash. So you're like, oh, Dark Blues, that's hard. I can't do that with my thumb all the time. It's hard. How do I do that? I mean, it's hard for me too, which is why I don't always do it. If you have tilt stick on, right? So this is my down tilt. If I press forward and I flick the C stick down at the very precise moment, I'll always be able to crouch dash. Just like that. See if I can. Now if I just pair that together in rhythm, takes some time to get used to. And sometimes I don't even perfectly get it, but I know how to catch myself if that does happen. During those wave dashes, if you hold down back, you completely stop yourself. And that brings me to one of my favorite moves as Kazuya. Demon God Fist. Now this move on block, pretty unsafe. This move is notorious for catching people, getting up on platforms. The best part about this move is its combo potential. You can do absolutely or virtually anything you want with this move. So you catch an opponent out here, kick him off. Why not? You coming back? Nope. Bye. So doing this out of a crouch makes it very easy to just kind of bait your opponent out into... Oh. And that's it. And that would literally take one opportunity just from the way that you're moving. Stop juking your opponent, baiting your opponent into doing something, and then all of a sudden... Oh. Practice that enough times, it becomes... I could probably do that with my eyes closed too. The second secret. Very similar. We're looking at the same type of animation. We're going to be going over Devil's Fist, a side B. What makes this move really good? So, a couple things. A projectile can be shot at this move, and Kazuya can actually duck it. Only in the ground, though. Pay close attention. Let's watch Kazuya flash blue. Man, that looks so cool. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 4 frames and vulnerability. In between, let's see if Ryu gets crumpled here, because there's a close hitbox and a far hitbox. Oh, that's gonna hit, yeah. Oh, he's going down to the ground. So, generally, it's kind of the same thing you want to do with Demon God Fist, except you're doing it on the opposite side. So, let's take a look at how that looks. Ooh, yeah. Now pay attention to these electric combos. How do we start an electric 0 to death? The forward smash will only work if somebody's trying to get away from you. And the continuation into another electric is generally the option that the Kazuya's supposed to pick after they've seen that their opponent is trying to move inside of the entire combo range. Smash is a very unique game. We can manipulate where we get launched, thrown around, and Kazuya gets to slightly take advantage of that a little bit by having such a lenient electric. I mean, look how much time you have. You can look at my phone, you can look at the time. You got a lot of time, and something that also a lot of players forget is that Kazuya doesn't have any hit pause in this game. Do a forward smash. See that pause? You see that pause? I'm gonna hit him. Look how he just flew without any hit pause whatsoever. So sometimes you could just yoink people's stocks because they're not able to adjust their directional influence properly onto the timing of your move. Sometimes it's just early stock. Nice, thanks. A big reason why a lot of people hate this character. But but wait, there's more. We're getting to the spicy stuff. Now let's work on the 0 to deaths, because everybody likes to see the 0 to deaths. You start one from this one, your down throw, into your ladder combos, right? So it'll be down throw, electric, nair, electric, nair, demon god fist, electric. Oh, okay, you adjust. All of it is just based on how easy it is for you to pick it up. If you drop your combo, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Kazuya's overtuned. You'll be fine. But overall, you can start with this. This is your electric combo. And all of it, it will take time for you to get used to all these routes. But you know, you practice them enough times that it's your bread and butter. As long as you start with an electric, you go with this one. You gotta fix it up. And then where are we going? We can forward smash and then end it off like that. You know, it's all dependent on where you are in the stage. So training mode is like a playground for any fighting game character. You just sit here and just learn a combo, figure out how it works. From there on in, you just kind of keep going at it. So what's the next one I want to start focusing on? So we had the other devil forms. We've had Demon God Fist. We have our Devil's Fist. We have our... And pay attention to these filler combos. So these filler combos, we got Stature Smash. This is our down back tilt. Alright? Our Stature Smash, as we call it. And then there's Nejiri Uraken, which is we call it in Tekken, it's down 1+2. In this move, in this game, it's a launcher. It's a full body invincible launcher that, let's slow it down a little bit. Right here, full body, hits really low to the ground. So this is the kind of move that you want to use against very, very low opponents, very small opponents, opponents that you kind of can't hit normally, like Kirby, Pikachu, Jigglypuff. You want to save them for those small characters, because these small characters, they're also floaty. So they're gonna be up there for a very long time for you to get your electrics into your filler combos, as we've seen before. And so what we have our Nejiri Uraken, we have our down forward tilt. We call it, it's our while standing forward in Tekken. Great poking tool, just kind of poke them out there. Then it puts them in a little funny situation. So in the air, let's see if I can pop. See? Sometimes that move will plop them up pretty funny, and then you get the grab, so whatever you want. And another low hitting move. So low hitting moves are very essential to Kazuya. Some characters you're just gonna be missing at all times, and some characters you just cannot contest. So you want to know what your full body invincible moves are. Like, oh, here we go. Crouch moves. Tombstone Crusher. Crouching forward tilt. That's our full crouch move. We have another full crouch move, which is back full crouch, and then just our normal down tilt. Well, not crouch. There's our crouching jab, and then our crouching forward tilt. As you see, it's full body invincible as well. It kind of acts as a movement option. Very active. Hits very low to the ground. Actually hits under the stage sometimes. Depends on the character who's recovering. Sometimes their hands will extend and it'll clip that. This move is great for attacking fast fallers. So you could set up a situation like this, as we've seen before with our Devil's Fist, the Demon God Fist, the forward smash. And let's take a look at this move real quick. Where did Kazuya go? See that green? Uninterruptible, completely invincible. You can't skip this cutscene. You take 40%. That entire time, is hyper armor and invincibility. Thank you guys for joining me for a very special episode of Super Smash Secrets. I hope I got to teach you as much as I could with Kazuya, and stay tuned for more episodes.